from Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. The second leg of the round of 16 moves on here in Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League 2023 as Real España plays host to the Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. It is a warm afternoon here in San Pedro Sula. As you can see, many of the fans on the far side looking to get out of the sun. Only the brave ones will be out there. It's a 4 o'clock local time start. So it is mid-afternoon and getting into evening here in Honduras. We are in the top right. It is match number 5. And of course, it is a 5-0 first leg victory for Vancouver. So they come into this second leg, 5 goals to the good. The winner will move on to take on either LAFC or Alajuelense. That second leg tie will be later on tonight. And LAFC leads that one 3-0. But going back to the first leg, just last week in Vancouver, it was a great night at BC Place, a beautiful venue right along the harbor there in downtown Vancouver. It did not take long for the Whitecaps to get going. This was the first goal from Tristan Blackman, 21st minute. Great cross in from the far side, and the header was right on target. Come the second half, this is when the goals would really start to fly. Ryan Raposo, what a game it was for Raposo. A goal and an assist. Here was the second goal, Pedro Vite, or pardon me, that was the own goal. Then it was Pedro Vite who was able to slot that one into the bottom corner. How about one more goal? There it is, Brian White able to capitalize for the Vancouver Whitecaps. So a tough pill to swallow, no doubt about it, for Real España, but for Vancouver, they come into play tonight and they are in a great position to advance, unlike their MLS counterparts from last night in Austin FC. Of course, it was Philadelphia Union taking down Alianza last night. It was Violette, of course, the surprise. They lose the game, but they win the tie over Austin. And then Atlas over Olympia. It was a 4-0 win for Atlas after they trailed 4-1 going into that second leg. So some of the players starting to make their way out onto the field here tonight. And of course, this Real España side knows that they need to get their goal scoring started very quickly and very early in this one. They need as much time as they can to get those 5 goals. And if it's just 1 goal from Vancouver, that means it is 7 goals that Real España will need to score. They have dug themselves a very deep hole, but as you look at Vanni Sartini, he knows his team is very confident coming into play tonight. He has also shuffled the lineup around quite a bit as well in anticipation of this one here tonight. There are plenty of goal scorers in the Real España side. Of course, Ramiro Roca, he scored 6 goals in Concacaf League play. We will see if he is called on at some point here tonight to try to get Real España on the scoreboard and just try to get them back into this tie. But as we mentioned, just 1 goal from Vancouver could really spell trouble for Real España tonight. This is not their typical home venue. They do, of course, play just across town here in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, but they are all ready to go with some of their supporters in attendance here tonight with their drums and with the tifos and the balloons as well. How about that here tonight at Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano. So we are building you up to first kick here tonight. It is Vancouver Whitecaps and Real España. Second leg, it's 5-0 in favor of Vancouver. We will have first kick and lineups coming up momentarily from San Pedro Sula.
Y al equipo Vancouver Whitecaps para el partido de esta noche de la Liga de Campeones Concacaf Scotiabank.
getting you set for first kick here tonight from San Pedro Sula, Honduras, and Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano, Vancouver Whitecaps and Real España tonight. It is, of course, a big advantage for Vancouver coming into play tonight, and we'll see if they can hold on here on the road. A look at Julio Rodriguez's starting 11 for Real España. It's a very similar 11, though 4 changes from that first leg. Exxon Arzu comes in to the starting 11 here tonight, the 18-year-old, and of course the captain Luis Lopez. He is the Honduran #1 goalkeeper and gets the start here tonight. A look at the officials, a mostly Mexican crew, or an all Mexican crew at that. Marco Ortiz will be in the middle, and Diego Montano is the 4th official. And of course the 2 captains, Christian Dajome and Luis Lopez, will wear the captain's armbands here tonight. Final handshakes. We want a picture, do we not? I think we're gonna go no picture here tonight. So we will show you the VAR officials. It is Jorge Perez and Diana Perez of Mexico in the VAR room here tonight. And VAR was definitely used yesterday quite a bit. It was influential in the Austin game against Violette. We'll see if it's needed here today as well. On the other side, Vanni Sartini and Vancouver, 8 changes from their 1-1 draw against FC Dallas in Major League Soccer on Saturday, and 3 first-time starters, Karifa Yao, JC Ngando, and Ali Ahmed as well. So those are 3 first-time starters, other very experienced players in the squad as well, but there are 5 crucial players that did not make the trip here to Honduras, and we'll get set for Vancouver's game on the weekend in LA. There is Thomas Hasal. He also gets the start, one of those 8 changes for Ryohei Takaoka, who moves to the bench here tonight, the Japanese goalkeeper. There is the whistle. Here we go. 90 minutes upcoming. And a crucial 90 minutes for Real España. And they need to get things going very quickly as they look to here. They are down 5-0 on aggregate. That's not a great start as Flores puts that out of play. There have been 6 first leg matches in the round of 16 history with a difference of 3 or more goals. No team has come from behind in the second leg in any of those games to advance on to the quarterfinals. So Real España trying to do something that has never been done before. So look there at Julio Rodriguez. It is his first year in charge here for Real España. Well, for Vancouver Whitecaps, so far it has been a tough start to their MLS season. Just 0-2-1, couple of 2-1 losses, and then a 1-1 draw against FC Dallas last time out. And Vanni Sartini said, we should be mad, we should be angry. If we are okay with the point, that's the wrong mentality. That's what he said coming in after that game against Dallas over the weekend. So just trying to get the mentality right within this squad and trying to find more results like they found last week on Wednesday at home. Played over the top. Long run for this one. Vuelto won't get there. It was Karifa Yao who got there first. His first season with Vancouver. Yao coming over from Montreal, where he started in their academy in 2017. So staying within Canada, but coming all the way across the country. Flores. Vuelto. Play on. Trying to move this out wide and just a bit too far. This will run out of play. A throw in for Real España. Of course, it's the Vancouver side that qualified for this competition by taking out Toronto FC in the Canadian Championship final. It was in penalties. It was the first time they had won that competition since 2015. It's mostly rotating between the three MLS teams in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. As of late, it's been Montreal and Toronto, the Eastern teams in Canada, that have taken control of that competition. So for Vancouver, feather in their cap to finally get a first Canadian Championship trophy since 2015, and now trying to build on that this year in what is a very important year in the Whitecaps history. Reyes provides the outswinger, the header's on and saved. How about that from Thomas Hasal? That was surely 1-0 if not for Hasal's diving stop. Great ball in from Reyes, and it was a clean header. And Real España will want that one back. There's no doubt about it. How about Thomas Hasal, the young 23-year-old, remember, made his debut in the MLS's back tournament in 2020. Another corner. This one's headed away by Yao. Played ahead once more. It's never easy coming on the road, especially against a Real España side that in Concacaf competition is 17-5-11. That's 5 losses, 11 draws. So they know how to win at home. They have scored 60 goals. They've conceded 31. Trying to cut this back, a little bit of contact, no whistle, and this is cleared away. Yao will go all the way back to Hasal. Oh, a nice little flick, but just too much on it. Looking for that space down the far side. Benavidez couldn't keep it. Here's Berhalter. And the players we mentioned that, well, let's take a look at the contact there. Looks like he made the most of that one. But the players that did not make the trip, Ryan Gall, Julian Gressel, Andres Cubas, Renko Veselinovic, and of course Alessandro Schoff as well. So 5 big-time players, but Manny Sartini trying to play his cards right with a 5-0 advantage on aggregate, opting to make some changes in the 11 and give some opportunity to some younger players as well. And with the buffer and of course all the travel down here to Honduras, trying to keep at least part of the squad as fit as possible and as fresh as possible ahead of a busy March upcoming and potentially advancement in this competition. We mentioned why this is such a big year, of course, trying to capitalize on winning the Canadian Championship in this competition by gaining qualification, and of course Leagues Cup as well. So plenty of games to come, of course, and then a full MLS season as well. Play goes on. Here comes Real España. Cutting this back, there's space to work. Reyes. Flores moves this back. Montes. A lot of time on the ball here early on for Real España. And now turned over. Dahome, right through the legs. Dahome keeps it moving. Shooting opportunity. There it is. Oh, it's off the post. What a chance that was. Pedro Vite will want that back. There's no doubt about it. Just could not beat the post. And now a foul to end the threat. Just an unfortunate deflection there for Real España. Then Dahome with the nutmeg, and then the pass to the far side. And look at that shot, nearly nestling in that bottom corner. So both teams now have had great scoring opportunities. Just not quite enough curl on the shot. Back the other way, it's Hasal for Vancouver. Switch the point of attack. Vancouver wins this back. Raposo. He'll take this on. A dipping effort, but right at Lopez. Not a bad effort there. Played out wide again. Vuelto against Yao. Flores keeps it alive. Benavidez through traffic, shooting chance, bouncing, and then it was spilled. The flag stayed down, and what a chance that was for Pedro Baez. Let's see if he would have been onside. It sure looks like it. Karifa Yao kept him onside. And a point-blank shooting opportunity, and he wants back. There's no doubt about it. Hasal nearly spilled it, but he was able to hold on to it in the end. Cordova in the middle for Vite. Tries to keep it moving, and it's blocked down. Real España on the move. Sliding this in behind. Flag stays down. Hasal off his line. And he got that just right. Now the flag will come up. Hasal did not know anything about that. He was taking no chances. Challenge at one end and then right back the other way. Dahome, his fourth season with Vancouver, closing in on over 100 appearances in all competitions with the club as well. Floated forward, this will bounce out of play. Another goal kick upcoming for Luis Lopez and Real España. They know it's not an easy task. Is there going to be some fight in there? We've seen a couple of good opportunities, but nothing yet to beat Thomas Hasal. Trying to turn the corner and shut down by Laborda. Porta gets it back in play. Berhalter just controls things at the bottom of the, listed a 4-3-2-1. Right in front of that back four, of course, is Berhalter where he'll sit. Here's Berhalter again. Trying to loft one down the line for Cordova. It's headed out of play for a Vancouver throw. Incoming. There's Baez trying to flick this along. Arzu back for Baez. Looking for space. Gets the shot away. There was a whistle. And that will end the threat anyway. Solid made the save. Here it is again. Arzu was in an offside position anyway. Cordova slips it in behind. Vite around the goalkeeper. He has to circle this back. Ngando now. Cross. Flicked away. What a great chance that was for Vancouver as they look for what could be a decisive goal. Quick passing here for the Caps again. España having trouble clearing this away. It's kept in once more. Berhalter stepping forward and his shot blocked down. Played down the line. Benavidez trying to just get this out of danger here for Real España. But remember, with the 5-0 aggregate advantage for Vancouver, one away goal, of course, makes it 6, but that means Real España would need to score 7 without conceding again. And the Whitecaps again, trying to make something of this, turning the corner, and eventually it ends up in the hands of Luis Lopez. Another good opportunity and run forward for Vancouver. Nodded away. Second ball picked up by Baez. He was caught in two minds there, whether to kind of flick that over the top or go for goal himself. Regardless, it's out of play and a goal kick upcoming for Vancouver. Here's that last opportunity. Vite able to round the goalkeeper for a moment, and Ngando then put that cross in, and it was just headed away. What a chance in the end for Christian Dahome as well. Ngando, one of the best United States collegiate players this past season. His first start, he was the 13th pick in the most recent MLS Super Draft. Out of UNC Greensboro in North Carolina. Originally from Cameroon. And some contact there. That'll earn a free kick to Vancouver, as Ahmed was the one who went down. The backside of Carlos Mejia just taking out Ahmed. The 22-year-old able to earn a free kick. Spent most of last year with Vancouver Whitecaps too. A couple of appearances for Ahmed with the first team as well. Now a set piece opportunity. Hosso will stay away from this one. It's an outswinger. It's flicked away. Heavy touch by Ngando, but he put that in a great area. Cordova was not quite alert to it. A good ball in and good vision from JC Ngando. Dahome applying some pressure there on Myron Flores, who found an outlet. Franklin Flores lofted ball forward. An opportunity here, and what a chance it was. Exxon Arzu. Just a clip ball over the top. Yao was not alert to it, and Arzu was alert to it. Kind of an awkward bounce there, but it fell right to the foot of Arzu, who could not find a finish. The shots were 27-10 in that first leg in favor of Vancouver. No big chances, though, for Real España. Here they come again, the cross. Benavides blocked down. Decent contingent of Real España supporters in attendance today. This is not their normal venue. They do play a smaller venue across town. A chance to play here on the big stage in San Pedro Sula. And a 4 o'clock local start, and it is still very hot outside. Temperatures 89 degrees Fahrenheit at kickoff. A foul and a free kick going Vancouver's way. They'll slow things down here. Dahome. It's picked up. Cordova. He was clipped. It's a free kick. Now Vancouver gets a good opportunity from pretty much straight on here. And again, Dahome making things happen. Cordova then brought down. The former RSL man, and Benavides knows he was guilty. And Now, who wants to take this for Vancouver? Raposo, Vite, both around it. This is Vite into the wall, deflecting down, and saved off the line, and then put wide. Oh, what a chance that was for Vancouver. They had about 3 chances there. The wall split just enough. Lopez getting just enough on that to force it out. And then the clearance off the goal line, surely saving a first goal. And how about that? Carlos Mejia able to keep that out. Pretty good strike by Vite, and now back the other way. Hasal retreating, who got the last touch. It's a corner kick. It was Karifa Yao who put that out of play. Reyes. He's provided good service. Here's another free header and almost a carbon copy of the first corner of this game. A throw into Real España, but what a chance that was again from a corner kick. And you figure in a game such as this, where Real España needs goals in any fashion, set pieces could be absolutely crucial. It's been pretty even so far in terms of shots. Here comes Vancouver, trying to add to that total. And Ahmed just lost his balance there, and it'll roll out. Here it is again. Hasal down to his left. It's Getzel Montes, who had a great chance. Very experienced player with this club in his 6th season. Flores. Deflected. Real España regains possession quickly. Benavidez. Another cross coming in. It's flicked along. Space still on the far side. Mejia joins. He'll cut this back. One touch to settle the shot. This is eventually touched out of play by Karifa Yao. And he was lucky that that made it all the way out of play. Here it is again. He just kind of nonchalantly pushes that away, but there was a player lurking there, no doubt about it, for Real España, and now they'll have another corner kick. Well, they have been dangerous. They'll play this short. Now the cross floated in, and it was just too close to Thomas Hasal, who makes a brave dive to hold on. Looking for the run there of Montes, who just a little bit too late to it. Another foul, and now some pushing after the play as well. Just that high boot and then the push in the back, and Ahmed will get back to his feet here momentarily. And that was the secondary push, as Reyes took down Raposo. And now a free kick for Vancouver. Another whistle. Free kick to Real España. Trying to turn the corner. It's going to be another whistle. Free kick to Real España as Raposo was caught there. Arzu just that quick move, and Raposo took him down. It's Benavidez looking for a flick. It came off a Vancouver player. It was almost the exact deflection that Real España was looking for. And luckily for Vancouver, that just sails out of play. They'll have yet another corner kick from this near side. Reyes to take. Play this short for Benavidez. Keeps it rolling. Shot from distance. Blocked down. The spin on it will take it right to Hasal. Taken away in the middle once again, and Real España look upfield. Now slowing things down, trying to flick this along. Arzu is in the area, so is Vuelto, and nothing doing in the end. Hasal playing games. $5-0, of course, the aggregate scoreline here. Real España, they need things to go their way and quickly. But remember, Real España, or pardon me, Vancouver last week only scored 1 goal in the first half before adding 4 in the second. So there's still plenty of time, but they need to start converting some of the chances they have created. Has not been plentiful. It's been more probably quality over quantity for Real España, but nothing to show for it so far. As this cross comes all the way through, it's Reyes who picks it up on the far side. Trying to cut it back. He's trying to hand it off for a teammate. This is broken up again. Here's Dahome now. It's broken up in the middle. Good challenge and a clean one. Flores. Benavidez keeps it moving. Another missed touch there in the middle. And a player slipped there for Vancouver. Now the cross coming in once more. Still a few players up there offensively. Benavidez cutting it in field. It's right at Hasal. He got the power he was looking for, but could not beat Thomas Hasal, who has been strong so far in goal tonight. 3 big saves, at least that I can remember quickly off the top of my head. And is this going to be an indirect free kick? This is something you never see. Hasal held on to the ball for too long, and it looks like this will be an indirect free kick upcoming for Real España. This is a call you almost never see nowadays, but the referee was there to call it. It is the correct decision. It's of course up to the referee's discretion, but usually it is a loose rule. But Hasal holds onto it too long, so an indirect free kick. This will technically be inside the 18-yard box. So they'll have to touch this into play. Benavides takes it, and Reyes on the rebound is put out of play. Well, it's a fun little exercise. You don't normally see it, but it all goes for naught there. It was touched in and then set. If you remember back to the World Cup 2018, Germany scored a very similar goal there where it was touched and then set, and then the original player who touched it in play was the one that scored the free kick. Doesn't quite work out for Real España here. But hey, that's why you keep showing up. You never know what you're gonna see. And that is definitely something unique that this game does not see a whole lot. The indirect free kick. Usually you just get a yellow card for a goalkeeper for time wasting, but referee electing for something a little bit different, and now a player's down. A player down here for Real España. 10 minutes to go in this first half. And so far, so good for Vancouver. And it looks like a sub will be made as Michael Garcia will be coming on. A 23-year-old, and that will be a replacement for Derrickson Vuelto, who has actually played a pretty solid game so far for Real España. This is cleared away. Real España trying to just get a ball downfield, put some pressure on Hasal, which is what they do here, but Hasal just gets rid of it in time. Tight margins there, and remember, if you're just joining us, it is 5-0 on aggregate to Vancouver. So Real España need to score 5 to at least force penalties. If Vancouver scores 1, Real España will have to score 7. been good chances for both teams in this game. Vancouver's hit the post. They've had a couple of close calls, a ball saved off the line, and then on the other end, Thomas Hasal has made 2 big saves off of corner kicks and a couple of other stops in there as well. So both goalkeepers have been worked. Chances haven't necessarily been flying in for either team, but there's not been a lack of chances. Reyes. Benavidez. Moved out to that right side. The cross. Benavidez looking for space. He finds it with Maron Flores. Dancing around a challenge. Play continues on. Reyes takes it on. And this was always going wide. And Hasal can calmly pick this up. Long throw again. Vancouver trying to make something happen in this first half. Even though they know they have a huge advantage, although still would like to win the game. Of course, a couple of wins could help buoy them, as they haven't necessarily been putting in winning performances, or at least winning results in Major League Soccer so far. Trying to get things going on the right track. They'll have a free kick here with 5 minutes to go until halftime. They're still looking for that first MLS victory here in 2023. Their only win of this season is the 5-0 last week in the first leg when you look at all competitions, although the season, when you count today, is 5 games old. So still very early on, but looking for positives and trying to build on those positive results. Vite again is punched away. And then an acrobatic clearance. It's Ngando. Needs to go all the way back. Berhalter for Hasal. Played ahead. Arzu crosses that in. It's dealt with centrally by Blackman. Still not gone. Is that a foul? Referee says no. Trying to squeeze that through for Arzu. Blocked down. Reyes for Benavidez. Flores. His cross blocked down again. Another opportunity as we look back at that free kick, punched away through traffic as well, and was just missed, it looked like, by Tristan Blackman. Just any little flick on that probably would have put it past the goalkeeper. So now, set pieces. This has been a crucial part so far for Vancouver, especially from this corner flag. Reyes will take it. Their good ball floated in. This one not quite the same result for Real España, as Vancouver deals with it much more easily. Weaving through. It's Benavidez. Long switch of play. Mejia took his eye off the ball, and it runs out of play. And now the referee will go to his pocket. A yellow card for Ryan Raposo. You can see he's not messing around when it comes to time wasting. Yellow card to Raposo, the indirect free kick that was given earlier on. Flores put out of play. Benavidez trying to force something downfield. It'll be a throw in here as we get into the final minute of this first half. See how much stoppage time is added on as well. Played in behind, it's Arzu, cuts it back, shot is saved! Thomas Hasal once again. The young goalkeeper has come up time and time again now with a big save. He does it again there. Another cross. Hasal to claim this one as well. A 23-year-old Canadian Youth International joined this Vancouver Academy in 2016. That's just a great stop there. Reaction save, pushed it out of danger as well. Arzu. It's 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Loaded forward. Hasal all the way there to claim it. Now he has to get back. Luckily, that ball took a bounce away from goal. Flores, the cross, trying for a bicycle kick, comes to the far side. Hasal is there to make the save. It wasn't a very strong shot by Mejia, but a shot on target nonetheless, and another save for Thomas Hasal. This was nervy for just a moment and had to be careful. He punched that in the right position. Just kind of sliced the shot there was Mejia. There's no doubt Vancouver has had their moments in this game, but Real España has really owned the back half of this first 45 minutes. There was a little bit of a flurry in there, but overall, it has been Real España putting the pressure on, as you'd expect them to do, down 5-0 on aggregate. I'm sure Vanni Sartini would love a goal, but at the same point, if you would have told them halftime 0-0, probably would have taken it. Actually, not probably. I'm sure he absolutely would have. And there's no doubt that Real España continuing to ratchet up the pressure here. Flores, this cross flicked along. Nothing doing there from Baez. Mejia slipped. You can see the divot on the far side of the field. There's plenty of them on this surface as well. I've seen quite a few players lose their footing. Final 30 seconds. It's touched away. Vancouver now look upfield. Cordova leads the break. Vite out wide. He's just behind him. He'll have to retreat here. And there is the final whistle of this first 45 minutes. Well, Vancouver knew coming in, they didn't necessarily have to score. They just had to make sure Real España didn't score 5. Well, they haven't scored any. And right now, we have reached halftime from San Pedro Sula. Vancouver leads 5-0 on aggregate, but through 45 minutes, it's Real España 0, Vancouver Whitecaps 0. Right now it is 5-0 on aggregate in favor of Vancouver. And really no threat of changing that at this moment. There will be one sub at halftime. It is Javane Brown coming on and replacing Ryan Raposo, who, remember, did pick up a yellow card in that first half. So just the one sub as we get things underway in this second half. 45 more minutes and Vancouver could be off to the quarterfinals and a chance to take on potentially LAFC if they hold their lead against Alajuelense later on tonight. Of course, this is just the first of 3 games upcoming. Orlando City and Tigres is next. Tauro León and Motagua and Pachuca will be tomorrow. So plenty of good action still to come in the back half of the second legs of the round of 16. After this one's complete, it is exactly the midway point. It's Mejia trying to play this in the middle. Yao at full stretch, able to get that away just for a moment. And Gondo gets it a little bit farther away, but Vancouver cannot retain possession. Trying to play this centrally, and it was sliced out of play. Luckily, Hassal was alert, and luckily that was not on frame. It's another corner kick upcoming for Real España. This one played in after it was played short. Mejia. They'll keep moving. Benavidez. Curling this in, too tall, and out of play. Looked like Baez trying to climb the back of his own teammate there. Didn't quite work out as he had intended. Cordova keeps it moving to the far side. It's exactly where Vancouver want to be. Berhalter for Ahmed. He was cut down, but play continues on. Ahmed again. Dahomey. Dahomey! He was going for the curler. Didn't quite curl. 4 o'clock local time start here in San Pedro Sula, but that means a 3 o'clock local time start in the great province of British Columbia. So an early dinner, I guess you can call it, late lunch, whatever you want it to be. We thank you for joining us as Vancouver looking to advance on to the quarterfinals of this competition. The first time since 2016-2017 edition, where they lost in the semifinals that year to Pachuca. And they were actually the eventual champions, Pachuca, that year. Just their 3rd appearance in this competition, and 7 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws, but 2-3-1 on the road. They've not lost, however, in a second leg. They're 1-0-1. Remember, that it was not the same format when they have been here in the past. There was the group stage, as of course this format will be changing after this edition comes to a close just before the summer. Whitecaps on the move, weaving through traffic, trying to lay this off. It's still not gone, still alive, blocked. Vancouver trying to get something on goal. They just couldn't do anything in that sequence. And now it's Real España's turn to respond. Square ball, Arzu. Poked away, looking for Reyes. Here's that last sequence again. The homemade is trying to make something of that opportunity, and he just couldn't get back to his feet quick enough. And then the foul against Real España, so about 5 minutes gone in this second half, and Vancouver content with how things are proceeding. You wonder when Julio Rodriguez will turn to his bench. Of course, Ramiro Roca, who was the leading goal scorer in Concacaf League in the most recent edition, scoring 6 goals. He did not get the start tonight, started in the first leg. Right now, this is a Real España side. They're also looking for some form. They're just 4-3-4 in the Honduran Clausura. 6th place, but only 1 win in their last 7 in all competitions, as now a player's down here for Real España, and have to bring out the training staff, it looks like, as well here because of head injury. It's Laborda who trying to head that ball and instead caught Franklin Flores as well. So all good to go there. Both players good to continue. Benavidez. And there is Ramiro Roca, who is preparing to come on for Real España. Now there is history and precedent for Real España in this situation as well. They have a 6-0 Champions League win over Municipal Liberia of Costa Rica. And that was in the 2009-2010 edition, as 2 subs will be coming on here. Ramiro Roca will replace Pedro Baez. Looked like there was 1 more sub as well. And that is going to be Daniel Carter to replace Exxon Arzu. So a 19-year-old will come onto the field to replace an 18-year-old. Daniel Carter, this just his 3rd ever pro appearance. So comes into a pretty big spot here for the 19-year-old Honduran. Playing this out wide, trying trying to get that cross away, was blocked and out for a throw-in. And immediately it's turned over. Well, Vancouver's goals for this game, I'm sure pretty simple. Get through the game healthy, first of all. Second of all, just don't concede 5, which you don't normally see in this competition. Vancouver, though, really putting the hurt on Real España in the first leg, and you don't normally see it, especially against MLS opposition as well. They were heavy favorites coming into the tie before the first leg, and they've only been increased as favorites after that first leg. Still want to go out and put on a good performance, and same can be said for Real España as well, as just based on their form in their domestic league now, it's going to be tough to get back into this competition. Of course, with it being expanded in the coming months. This is played ahead. Dahome trying to latch onto that. It's pushed away. Another look at that opportunity. Yao going over the top of Roca, and then Carter getting involved, and it was Yao who was the one who ended up second best in that sequence. So a throw in here for Vancouver. Ahmed for Berhalter. Ahmed trying to move this out wide. It's Dahome trying to turn the corner. Mejia clipped him. What's the decision going to be here? Is he pointing for a goal kick or a foul? Let's look at this again. It looked like there was contact there. And yeah, this will be a free kick. It's going to be surprised if that was not given. It is a set piece opportunity here for the Vancouver Whitecaps. It's Berhalter and Vite who stand around it. Want the in-swinger, the out-swinger. They'll take Berhalter, the in-swinger, pushed away by Lopez. And now Real España get this away. What a chance. And he was going for glory there, trying to just take that near post. And he nearly found it, Sebastian Berhalter. Not necessarily known as a goal scorer from his deep-lying midfield position, but he was very close there. And it looks like another sub is preparing to come on for Vancouver. Looks to be Brian White. Coming into play tonight, even with all of the changes, the 8 changes from Saturday's MLS match against FC Dallas, still 5 players with continental tournament experience for Vancouver in this lineup, as Hassal is able to hold on to that. So while Vancouver themselves haven't been in this competition for a while, there is still experience there. As we look at that beautiful shot, beautiful shape on it as well from Berhalter, but not able to beat Lopez. And it looks like a yellow card could be coming out here for Christian Dahome. And you saw that outstretched right arm, and that connected with Myron Flores. That is enough to draw a yellow card, and there's no doubt that is something that Vancouver would like to avoid, picking up yellow cards, and it looks like his day will be over. So the last action for Christian Dahomey is a yellow card, and of course those can accumulate over this competition, especially with Vancouver in a position to advance. Regardless, it's now a sub, and Brian White will be coming onto the field. He was one of the goal scorers from that first leg. Third season with Vancouver after being acquired from the New York Red Bulls mid-season in June of 2021. Kind of a surprising move at the time, but he has really flourished during his time in Vancouver with the Whitecaps. Getting a chance to play in Champions League as well. It's always a great opportunity for usually those 3 MLS Canadian teams in Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. It's mostly been one of those 3 that wins the Canadian Championship, as Vancouver did. It's a handball as Ramil Roca just lost his balance there. Tripped over the ball. Easy to trip on that if you're not careful. Another foul. That is Myron Flores, who finds himself on the ground again. He's taken some punishment in these last few minutes. Ahmed just coming from behind, and I think he lost his balance as well. You can see the divots on the field. It's apparent that some of these players are having trouble with the surface. Flores touched along, trying to turn the corner here. It's blocked down, trying to keep this alive. It'll fall for Mejia now. A sliding challenge put in by Karifa Yao. This one floated in. Second opportunity, fired over the bar. Another great chance. That time, Michael Garcia, his first big influence in this game since coming off the bench. He was not far away. And it fell perfectly to that left foot. Fortunately for him, he just couldn't find the frame of goal. And as we pass the hour mark, get just a little bit closer to Vancouver moving on. Does Real España have anything to say about that, though? I need to say about 5 things in terms of 5 goals. Another foul. Free kick to Vancouver, and they'll take their time here. Another foul there in midfield. No card. Well, now it looks like a card will be shown. Kind of a late yellow card there, but it looked like that was for JC Ngando. Anytime you raise your foot, expose those studs, kind of asking for it. Played down the line. Now España get that out of harm's way. Now it's Blackman. Brown, Jamaican international, trying to get this back. He'll continue his run. Tries to cut it back. Brown again comes away with it. He's still going. Now the shot! Oh, that's a tremendous goal! Brian White surely seals it now for the Vancouver Whitecaps, and he does it in style. A first-time effort curling into the side netting. What a strike from Brian White, and Vancouver are in to the quarterfinals. Brown just kept on coming forward. And look at all the space that White was in. First time effort. That was curling away from Luis Lopez the entire time. And nestling right in the corner. That is a sweet goal from Brian White. Well, there is the insurance for Vancouver. Not that they necessarily needed it with 5 goals up. Now they're up 6-0. But for Brian White, coming off a season ago where he scored just 4 goals, but in 2021, in 28 games with Vancouver, he scored 12 goals. And now has 2 goals, does White, in Champions League play, 1 in each appearance. Well, things going exactly how Vancouver would have wanted here tonight. And now we'll see if they can hold on to the clean sheet here. Reyes, the in-swinger, flicked through, not clear, and it's in. No clean sheet, but Real España have one back. I'll see who gets credit for it in the end. Plenty of gold and black shirts in there. But a sweet ball in from Jose Reyes, and it is 1-1. Here's another look at it. Saul made the initial save, and then tapped over the line, and yeah, it looks like that is Getzel Montes, the 6th-year player with Real España. And now, all of a sudden, it's 1-1. 2 goals in very quick succession. But remember, because Vancouver has that away goal, Real España will now have to score 7 goals. They'll have to win this 7-1 if they are to advance. Just got to lay it out there for you. Reyes gets it right back. Jose Reyes fires it a bit too tall, but another fine effort there. Trying to get around the corner, just a small jersey tug there by Ahmed, and that will see him into the book. That's a pretty easy one there for Marco Ortiz. No doubt a good learning experience for the 3 first-time starters in Ngando, Ahmed, and Yao. 2 of them have picked up yellow cards. Reyes again, and just wide. And Hasal scrambling. Nobody was going to get to that unless it was Thomas Hasal to touch that out of harm's way. This will be a good look at it. Yeah, it was not far away from that top corner. Good effort. And remember, Vancouver missing some key contributors tonight. Gald, Gressel, Kubas, Veselinovic, and Schoff all out tonight. Did not make the trip. No injuries reported for those 5 players, but just trying to limit the wear and tear as they stay back in Vancouver. Another positive for the early start is Vancouver should be able to get home at a relatively decent hour tonight. Benavidez. Another cross. It's brought down and then cleared away. The Real España come right back at it. Roca couldn't collect it. Now going to ground. Blackman looked like he got the last touch. Floated forward. And a whistle as the flag was up for offside, and a substitution here. And this is a pretty cool one as well, as this will be Roberto Osorto coming on to replace Jose Reyes. And the reason this is a pretty big deal, it's his first ever pro appearance, Osorto. He actually just starred for Honduras at the Concacaf Under-17 World Cup, or pardon me, Concacaf Under-17 Championship, the qualification for the World Cup. Now, Honduras did not qualify for it, but Osorto was a star in that competition. Made 5 appearances, scored 2 goals. He was really the go-to man in the middle of the park for Honduras in that competition, and he's no doubt earned himself some playing time, and he'll get some here today. We'll see what he can provide. Just 17 years old, but he is a bright young star for this Real España side. Looks like a few more subs will be preparing to come on for Vancouver in just a moment. But first, an opportunity here. Benavidez tries to cut that back. It's put out a play for a corner kick. Benavidez. High looping ball. It's still there. It's taken. Oh, that's a great goal. Another one for Real España. Ramiro Roca just plucks it out of midair and then fires it into the top corner. 2-1 Real España. Just a looping ball in, and Roca was the last man. A great first touch just to bring that in and then put it right where it needed to be. Hasal couldn't get a fingertip on it. So Roca, after 6 goals in Concacaf League, it's his first Champions League goal here today. And 2 subs are preparing to come on, and 2 youngsters, Vasco Fry and Simon Becker, will both be coming on. It looks like Cordova will be the first one off. And Vite is the second one off. So a couple of subs here. Fry, the 22-year-old, was signed last year, but has yet to make an MLS appearance, or a first-team appearance at that, until today. The Peruvian. He played 23 times in MLS Next Pro action a year ago. As for Becker, the product out of St. Louis University, he did make 1 appearance last year, played just 8 minutes, but did score a goal for the first team. Coming against the Houston Dynamo in a winning effort. So we'll look into the future here for Vancouver. We noted the 3 first-time starters, and now another debut handed out here to Vasco Fry. Here's Osorto. Cuts it back. Another long looping cross in. Feel for handball. It's out of play, last off of Real España. And it looks like a yellow card could be shown here with a player down. It is going to be a yellow card to Javane Brown. And it is Roca who is down. Remember, VAR will take a look at all of this. And a yellow card will also go to Roca. Let's see here. And you can see that he kind of put the ball in his face, wanting to hurry up, and I'm not sure there was much contact with Roca, so he'll get a yellow card for simulation, or even just putting the ball in Brown's face. These are the mind games that Vancouver really needs to stay out of. Needless yellow cards at this point. It's another whistle. Osorto. Benavidez looks for space on the far side and finds it with Flores. His cross flicked along. Chance to hit this from distance. Berhalter got his body in the way bravely. Mejia just serves it in. Heads go up, and Hasal is there to make the save and deny the youngster Daniel Carter. Here's another look at the incident. VAR deeming that Marco Ortiz dealt with that appropriately on the field, and no additional discipline is needed. Trying to hit that long ball. There's Osorto. Great first touch, and then he was fouled. Just touch this into play. Referee content with it. Osorto, can he keep this in? He cannot. Tough pass there to the end line, and too difficult for the 17-year-old to deal with. Another look at that Brian White goal, and what a sweet one it was. And then the immediate response from Getzel Montes. Just picking up a loose ball, and then how about Ramiro Roca? Top corner. And that is how we've gotten to this point here today. Again, floated forward. Becker on the turn. Simon Becker scores! How about that? The youngster, his first Concacaf goal. And it ties this game up at 2-2. That is a great individual effort. Just a simple ball over the top. Looked like that was from Berhalter. Great first touch, and then how about just that little hesitation, the extra touch to find an angle, and Lopez could not keep it out. A great goal there from Becker, the 23-year-old, the 16th pick in the 2022 MLS Super Draft. Out of St. Louis University, the Billikens. Grew up in Topeka, Kansas, and now has a goal on an international stage here in Concacaf Champions League. Pretty cool for the youngster. So now that's 2 appearances for the first team, and that is 2 goals, so pretty good average. Floated forward and headed clear. If you're counting, it's now 7-2 on aggregate. And that means Real España would have to score 8 goals here tonight to advance. So 6 more. That is without conceding. And another sub is in the offing here. It looks like Mateo Campagna will be coming on. Another player who will be handed his first team debut here today. Referee says play on as two players came together, leaving Vancouver player down on the turf still. Blackman collides with Osorto. And a yellow card to Tristan Blackman. So Benavidez will send this in again. Blackman officially in the book. Benavidez flicked along, great save. Another one for Thomas Hasal. Getting up to push that away. A really strong stop for Hasal. As this comes in, and it bounces over the line. That is a goal for Real España. So a third goal for the home side. They still want to win this game. They have a long way back in this tie, but 3 goals. And this one from the set piece. Here it is again. Headed down and with pace. And that is another great goal. It looked like it was Getzel Montes onto it again. That's who it is. So 3-2 and a brace there for Montes. And now a substitution. And that'll be the end of the day for Tristan Blackman. And it is Mateo Campagna who comes on, the 18-year-old from Vancouver. His first team debut today. Former academy product. Played last year mostly with the second team in MLS Next Pro. It's played ahead once again. Lopez able to make the save. Roca thought he was fouled, but play on, says the referee. It is officially Getzel Montez's goal in the 86th minute. And now Real España in control, at least of this game for now. They still need 5 more goals to advance. Keeping this alive, Garcia for just a moment. Now it's out of play, a goal kick for Vancouver. I'm sure Hasal will take his time here. White. Ngando trying to roll that forward, and the goal scorer Montez able to knock it away. On the way into the corner, Real España get this out. And maybe some room to attack once again. Osorto. Roca. It's 3 minutes more at the end of this 90 minutes. And another foul and a free kick and a yellow card as well to Garcia. And just clipping the heels there of Becker, goal scorer tonight. Fry and Berhalter stand around this. Berhalter will play this down the line. I'll just hold this in the corner. 2 minutes away now. Well, as much as you want to win a game like this, Vanni Sartini looking at the broader picture. It's early on in this season, a lot of games coming. Some of the top senior players not on this trip, giving opportunities to younger players. And they were in this game for quite a while. They scored the first goal as well. But since then, they've been outscored 3-1. Regardless, though, they will get the job done here tonight in Honduras. May not have been pretty at all times, but they will absolutely take the advancement on to the next round. They may not be done yet either. Another chance. It's Lopez to scoop this one up. And a player is down here for Real España as well. And it's not what you want here at the end of a game like this. So there is the final whistle. Real España win the game, but it is the Vancouver Whitecaps who are moving on to the Concacaf Champions League quarterfinals. A 6-year wait to return to that stage, and they will get the winner of either LAFC or Alajuelense. And right now, an inside track for an all-MLS quarterfinal. It was Vancouver who got the first goal of this game. Real España, though, they did not give up. They end up winning this game, but Vancouver take the spoils in the end. It finishes on the night. Real España 3, Vancouver Whitecaps 2 on aggregate, though. Vancouver advances by 7-3. That'll do it for our coverage from Honduras. I'm Josh Eastern for our entire crew saying so long.